Hello class, welcome back to the class videos. And today we're at chapter 2.2, addition of real numbers. So yesterday we talked about real numbers. So a real number is a number that can occur on a number line, including 0, whether it's negative or positive. An addition can be modeled with movements on a number line. Again, addition can be modeled with movements on a number line. So you add a positive number by moving right, and you add a negative number by moving to the left. So for example, I have it right here, negative 2 plus 5. So this is our problem right here. So if I have 0, so I put some numbers on there. So negative 2 plus 5. So it tells me that negative 2 is the starting point. So I will start here. And then we move 5 units to the right because it is a positive. 5, 3, 4, 5. So the end point will be your solution. So with that, we know that negative 2 plus 5 does equal 3. So down here we start at draw some numbers on the number line. So we have our origin at 0. And we're going to start at that first point, 2. So 2 plus negative 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we know our answer is where we end. So the answer to this we know is negative 4. Okay? So the first number that appears in our problem will be our starting point. And then if it's a positive number, okay, we're going to move to the right. And if it's a negative number, we will move to the left. So here's some continued rules for addition. To add two numbers with the same sign. So step 1, add their absolute values, attach the common sign. So to add two numbers with the same sign. So we have negative 4 plus negative 5. Well, they want us to add their absolute value first. So we would say negative 4 absolute value plus the absolute value of negative 5, which would be absolute value of negative 4 is 4, plus the absolute value of negative 5 is 5, is 9. So we go back, negative 4 plus negative 5 equals 9, but we attach, I would say attach the common sign, which is negative. So we know that negative 4 plus negative 5 does equal negative 9. You could also look at this on a number line. If you started at negative 4 and you have to add negative 5, you would go to the left. So you would be at negative 9. So to add two numbers with opposite signs. So subtract the smaller absolute values from the larger absolute value. That's just supposed to be a value of 1, not plural. So subtract the smaller absolute value from the larger absolute value. So attach the sign of the number with the larger absolute value. So the absolute value of both of these numbers are 9 and 3, because the absolute value of negative 9 is 9. So we're going to subtract the larger from the lower one. We get 6. 9 minus 3 is 6. Then attach the sign of the number with the largest absolute value, which would be 9, and the sign on the 9 is negative, so we know that this is a negative 6 as my answer. Okay? And remember, math has to make sense. So when you read this to yourself, 3 plus negative 9, think about that answer. If you started at 3 on a number line and you move left 9 times, where would that put you about? Well, we know that it would put you at -6. So let's go over these. Here's some examples. We have 6 plus -9. Well, they're different signs. This one's a positive number, and this one is a negative number. So, two different signs. We're going to subtract the two numbers, 3, and the largest absolute value is a negative number, so we know that this is -3. So now we have 3 terms here, and we know from order of operations we move from left to right. So 5 plus -3, different signs, subtract them, we get 2, because the largest absolute value between these two is 5, and that's positive, so we get a positive 2. So 2 plus a -2. Well, if we started at 2 on the number line and we went back 2, that would put us at 0. So -3 plus 5 plus a -6. Again, order of operations. We have to solve that first. So -3 plus 5. Different signs, so subtract 5 minus 3, which is 2, and the largest absolute value is positive, so we know it's 2 plus a -6. Different signs again, so we could subtract it again, 6 minus 2, which is 4, but we know that the greatest absolute value was -6, so our answer would be a -4. Okay, remember math has to make sure you check your solutions. And here's our homework. So -2 plus -3, -11 plus 4, I'm sorry, -10 plus 4, and then our third one, -5 plus 10 plus -3. So really remember the rules of what happens when we have the same sign, different signs. I will ask you this on Thursday. Okay, and then think about order of operations first before you decide on how we can finalize our answer in that third one. Okay? If you have any questions on this, please let me know, and just send me an email. So I hope you have a wonderful evening. Remember, I will not see you until Thursday because of the block day. So remember, you have test corrections that could be turned into me on Thursday along with this work and notes. So I hope you have a wonderful evening and a great day tomorrow since we won't see each other, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care.